Come, let us explore the non-duality practice that changed my life. Together, let us relaxingly recite. It's not our fault if we've only been exposed to weak-minded teachers and authors who could not instruct themselves out of a wet paper bag. It's not an indictment against our wisdom or spirituality if the feckless or the elitist could not or would not spell out for us duality as well as its transcendence. Let us begin remedying that with a review. Level 1. Each time we silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this or the verb noticing during our inhalation. Our sympathetic nervous system wires us to vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly notice perceptions such as sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, and scents. Level 2. We could also spontaneously notice the full spectrum of human emotions, intentions, cognitions, recollections, and imaginings. Level 3. We could spontaneously notice many things, from the external to the internal, from the physical to the mental, from the pleasurable to the painful, from the interesting to the boring, and from the glorious to the grotesque. Level 4. We could spontaneously notice the fundamental duality cited in Buddhism, that we desire some things and dread others. Level 5. We could spontaneously notice a subtle resistance to the actual absence of what we desire, as well as resistance to the mere prospect of its absence. Similarly, we could passively notice a subtle resistance to the actual presence of that which we dread, as well as resistance to the mere possibility of its presence. Excuse me. As we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease or the three-syllable verb relaxing during our exhalation, our sympathetic nervous system is wired to support our physical relaxation and mental release. Whatever dread or desire, glory or grotesquerie, interest or boredom, pleasure or pain, mind or body, external or internal, we may have spontaneously noticed during our previous inhalation, thus causing each pole of duality to smack of the same taste of fleeting non-graspability. The great South Indian philosopher, the great South Indian Buddhist philosopher Nagarjuna taught of two truths, the conventional and the ultimate, that we notice during our inhalation and that we feel during our relaxing exhalation. Each being, enlightened or not, is therefore wired to notice duality during each inhalation and taste of non-duality during each exhalation. This is not an indictment. Au contraire, it is necessary. For just as a one-winged bird cannot take to the sky, those who convince themselves they do not perceive the conventional cannot experience nirvana. Despite the pseudo-spiritual blatherings of individuals who think themselves Buddhas, whilst remaining merely self-important boobs. Let us turn our attention to simple perception. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever beauty or ugliness we may have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just sight. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever harmony or discord we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just sound. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever pleasure or pain we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just sensation. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever deliciousness or disgust we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just taste. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever fragrance or foulness we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just scent. Now we could turn our attention to our inner life. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever happiness or sorrow we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just emotion. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever kindness or cruelty we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just intention. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever cleverness or foolishness we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just cognition. As we relax into our exhalation of clarity or dullness we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just recollection. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever triumph or defeat we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just imagination. I'd like to add something here because there might be some concern I'd very much like to address. I'm going to move, let's see here. Many teachers rely on the duality of loving virtue and hating non-virtue. How then could we reconcile non-duality with morality? Simple. Every time we notice and relax in harmony with our Every time we notice and relax in harmony with the phases of our breath, we calm the anxiety and aggression of our amygdala and setting the kindness of morality on autopilot. Together, let us turn our attention to a set of 4 dualities known as the 8 failings of the world, or Loka, Vipatti, and Pali, or as the 8 worldly concerned, or Astoloka Dharma in Sanskrit, within the context of the 4 bases of mindfulness: the circumstantial Dhamma, the physical Kaya, the interpersonal Vedana, and the mental Chitta. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever wealth or lack we might have noticed during our previous inhalation can feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just the circumstantial. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever bliss or pain we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just the physical. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever praise or scorn we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just the interpersonal. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever fame or shame we might have noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just the mental. Liberation from the tyranny of duality could be an effortless and effective process. This is why the Buddha taught mindfulness and meditation. Having completed the opening lesson, it's time for us to shift gears. It is Ahsoka Tano Thursday evening. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is the Dzogchen Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I have harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I can become your personal, nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers, just like you. For the remainder of this evening's live stream, let us play with the latest iteration of Diamond-like Mind Mantra Meditation Practice Text, or Sadhana, if you're nasty. We're going to begin with Wisdom's Warm-Up, where we bring the circumstantial into the path of wisdom, thus practicing the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. Together. All circumstances or lots could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. We can divide the six-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted between our inhalations and our exhalations. Together. All bodies or forms could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this interpersonal communication or speech. Together. All interpersonal communication or speech could be as impermanent and interdependent. One moment, if you please. As if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this mind. All minds could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void, like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although tantalizing to the eye, could be as non-graspable to the hand. upon the tip of our left index finger, we could rest the first, second, or third knuckle of our right index finger, palms up in our lap. Together. May the mastery of the Buddhist teachings of the Eightfold Path come to every current of every person. The most efficient way for us to harmonize with our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems is for us to silently and mentally recite the verb noticing during each inhalation and to silently and mentally recite the verb relaxing during each exhalation. After a minute or two, many people prefer to switch over to the one-syllable version of this and ease. The moment you have a specific question about Buddhist philosophy or meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. For I check for questions approximately once every 15 minutes or so. Upon the tip of our left middle finger, we could rest the first, second, or third knuckle of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. Together. May the mastery of the Buddha's teachings of the Eightfold Path blend with each heart mind of each being. Once again, the most efficient way for us to harmonize with the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, with the awareness and relaxation of these two facets of our autonomic nervous system, is for us to silently and mentally recite the verbs noticing and relaxing in harmony with our inhalation and our exhalation. After a minute or so, we may wish to switch to the one-syllable version, being this ease. And now it's time for compassion's cool down. Please chant with me. Well, after a moment of hydration. Together. Rather than indulge our controlling tendencies with all follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these kind words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors for statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. Let us chant an explanation of this six-syllable mantra. Only invoke the Vajra diamond-like strength of a sattva mind well-trained, supplicating with whom may awareness and release be mastered by all. May all minds of all beings know possess the joyful enlightenment, symbolized by a one-syllable seed or bija mantra. During our inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the six-syllable synopsis of our loving wish. During our exhalation, we can do two things. We can physically relax as best we can, while striving to chant this six-syllable mantra 4 times per breath, for a total of 4 breaths. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, 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 Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Together. May each being's experience of the interpersonal or speech now possess the peaceful love symbolized by a multisyllabic horizontal mantra mala. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. May all bodies or forms of all beings know possess great health, symbolized by the enlightened Octaboya Damdorje Sampad Vajra Sattva or diamond mind. Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum, Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum. Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum. Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum. This is our final chant of the evening, so let's make it count. May all circumstances, all lots of all beings, no possess very good fortune or boon. Symbolized by the mythic paradise, pure land or party of a real or imagined Buddha. Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum, Om Vajrasattva-hum. 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 You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 11 hours, I would very much like to return to tomorrow's morning meditation class as well as group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.